Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for your time here. We're going to do air signs, work, relationship, and also what else do we need to know on the 9th of July. So thank you for all my subscribers. It means a lot to me that you've done that. Please make comments in the section below. So first of all, this will be timestamp video, so we'll just start off with Aquarius and what do Aquarians need to know regarding work. 2 cards and a Moonology. So what do Aquarians need to know today? Work, Aquarians. Work, Aquarians. Work, Aquarians. Work, Aquarians. So 2 cards here, and relationships, Aquarians. What's a relationships, Aquarius? Aquarius relationships. Aquarius relationships. Okay, 1. And what else do we need to know, Aquarians? What else do we need to know regarding today, Aquarius? Aquarius. Okay, and the Moonology cards, just to clarify what's going on. What do Aquarians need to know regarding work? Work and Aquarius. Work and Aquarius. Work and Aquarius. Work and Aquarius. Okay. Oh, jumping all over. And relationships, Aquarians. What do you need to know, Aquarians, today? What do you need to know today? What do Aquarians need to know today regarding relationships? And what else do we need to know, Aquarians, today? What do Aquarians need to know today? Aquarians need to know. Alright, so I'll just put the moon down here. Power. So Aquarians, you have the Magician in your work area, meaning you can create what you want now for yourself. There's an aspect that if you bring in your higher self down into this creative period, then you can manifest more of what you want. Things at work are not always as they seem. So maybe someone's not giving you the full information. You may have teammates that aren't on your side at the moment. So getting clarification there would be really quite interesting. However, you can create for yourself your work environment quite good. Whatever you're working on at the moment, whether it's building a home, building a new career or job, any aspect that you're building, you definitely can create magic. What else? So the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. This shows that there is a level of satisfaction within the way you work. So in the way you create money, the value that you put on being grounded in work is important. So for lots of you, this needs to be looked at in what else can you create, because it's not quite full of 10. It's, yes, you've achieved, but if we sit back on our laurels and don't create more and make the magic happen, then the stagnant water starts to settle in, and that's when things don't go very well. So working in your own elements, in your expertise, so to speak, because you've been successful, you can create more of, which is really good. So in work, it's what you need to release. Well, I think it's slightly emotions. Here we've got this aspect of emotional satisfaction, but we need to create more of. Sometimes when we put a front up, or we're not showing our true feelings towards work, and especially colleagues, then the whole flow becomes not flowing. So if you need to express to your bosses or around home area how you're working within the home, whether that's being self-employed or working at family, then that also needs to be expressed. But there is an element to release, so tapping into that yourself, because you have achieved, and the achievements are good, but what else is there? When you get the Magician, it's all about creating more of. So what abilities do you need to apply? And I think one of those is finding your true calling. So just asking your spirit guides or angels or God, anything like that, to see what happens. So in relationships, what's going on? So the Queen of Swords, very powerful here, Aquarian. You're in your own element, so speaking to partners and those that you fancy might be really good. There is an aspect here that you're taking charge of the situation at the moment as well. So being who you are and being forthright in coming forward, it is also getting out of your comfort zone, definitely, to express what is needed to be expressed today would be a good element. The Two of Cups, so there is a lot of love and feeling. This is the unity that you feel with yourself, but you can overspill to somebody else as well. So expressing with heartfelt desire and heartfelt honesty will come about a greater bond between the two of you. So if you're not in a relationship, it's just going out there and expressing what you do like to yourself and to the universe. So here with the Moonology cards, you've got adjustments are required. So adjustments are required. So what would that mean in your relationship? Well, when we take on a new relationship and we've been single for a long time, the adjustment is needed. So is our home okay to accept somebody else, or can we move into another person's home? Also, if work is really quite a prominent part of your life, then the adjustment to make time for relationships is also there. But the adjustment is about how you're communicating to yourself about what a relationship means to you and just how important that is. It's okay having a relationship or wanting a relationship, but what does it really mean to you? So these are the adjustments today to have a look at if you want. So what else do we need to know? Nine of Wands. Wow. So the Nine of Wands, you've built a great stage for yourself to aspire to something more. So this is very much like the Jack and the Beanstalk. You've built this whole world and you're reaching for heights, whether that's spirituality or finding your true belief, but there's a little bit more. Are you frightened to climb those heights, to find what is really your inner truth? And this is why the Queen of Swords came out today in this reading, to give you the ability to be analytical but also communicate to yourself just what you want to aspire to. There's an aspect here of the Seven of Swords, which is very interesting. Seven of Swords here. So you've not blocked anything, but it's like I've got 1 foot here and I've got 1 foot there. So this is perhaps where the adjustments are needed. So you're half in and you're half out. So that's a great place to be, because you're not fully on the same page as perhaps somebody wants you to be. So just aspiring to expand in relationships particularly It's going to be a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of an adjustment, but you can do it if you decide to do it. So this is about showing the world the real you. So when we show the world our real self, it's about being honest, it's about being clear. We have the Magician here in the work aspect, and when we work on ourselves, we are analytical. I mean, if that's how we want to be about the situation, that's our truth. So if we want to analyse the relationship we're in, that's our truth, and there's nothing wrong with that. So analysing, being true and being honest about where you're climbing and achieving is important today. But what is clear is with the Magician, you can make any area of your life, not just work. If you've worked really hard at your career, at your job, at maintaining good health, or whatever it is that you've been working hard on, that can move into relationships and every other area of your life. So I wish you all the best, Aquarian, today. And if you wanted to check out the general reading, that's grand. And we'll see you again. Lots of love to you all. Hi Geminis, how are you doing? So we're going to have a look at work, two cards in a relationship, and what else do we need to know, and then have a look at the Moonology. So what does Gemini need to know regarding work today? Work today with Geminis. Work with Geminis. Work Geminis. Okay, so two cards here, and then relationships, Geminis, relationship. Okay, 1, 2, and what else do we need to know? What else do Geminis need to know today? Okay, that's two cards, yeah. And the Moonology. This is a great clarification, isn't it? Work with Geminis. Work Geminis. Work Geminis. Okay. So there's one card. And relationships. Relationships for Geminis. Relationships. And the last card for yourselves, Geminis, relationships. I mean, what else do we need to know? What else do Geminis need to know today? Okay, let's have a look, shall we? So I'm going to put the moon down and then have a look what's here. Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles within work is a great aspect of balance. What are you giving into your work, and what's work giving to yourself? So when we work in a team, it's also good to learn from others, because that'll give us more, not power, but when we learn from others in our team and our supervisors and the way they work, we learn more about ourselves. It's like the cooperation. So within work today, what is the cooperation? Some of you aren't working today, either in a career or a job, but you still find that you are working to keep yourself healthy, the home life or whatever. So this applies to any area to do with how we're working. So cooperation is key. There's also an element here today of physicality. So what physicality are you pushing through to be able to achieve your goals and your dreams within your work life? The Four of Swords. A lot of signs have had this in the work area. So it must mean today is a time to reflect and have a bit of a rest. If you find yourself doing too much, and you can take the rest, but sometimes if like the mind is going about work, where's the next paycheck coming, or any little aspects, you know, promotion or teammates, or don't work with that person, or why are we working like this way, and all these thoughts. It's about taking a rest from that and really knowing your true strength is within yourself. So this is why it's important to rest, to see a groundedness, but also reaching higher than that. So it is a balance between what's below and what's above, but also to know that work is a stable aspect of your life. So what are you giving and what are you receiving? Is there a right balance? Because if there's not, then having a look mentally at why that isn't there. So one has to have the job satisfaction of the way we work and what is work giving to you. So let's have a look further. A fiery climax approaches. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Wow, that doesn't fit, does it? Or does it? So if you're having this scenario at work where there is a team that's not in harmony with each other, then instead of going for the fiery anger and why we're working like this, then just being a little bit stepping back, because you don't have to fall in their trap, do you, really, of bickering and pettiness and delays. Is there a delay at work? There could be, actually. So especially if you're self-employed and things aren't moving as well as it's supposed to, it's like, this is driving me nuts. So the frustration could be there for some of you. So let's have a look at the relationship aspect. Three of Swords. So here in relationships at the moment, there may be a time of cutting yourself off from someone or the relationship involved. So there might be a little bit of pain to be released. Also, you have the Hanged Man. So now is the time to take stock of what you do want within relationships. If you have been hurt in a relationship just recently or today, then really reflecting on what it is that has upset you. Has it been to do with work and they're not listening to you, perhaps? So taking your own counsel, so to speak, will give you a better insight into relationship with self and relationship with the other person. Whereas Gemini, a new start is coming. A new start is coming for you. So if you're in a relationship, then the beginning to understand each other on a better level is definitely there. If you're not in a relationship, then hanging around waiting. As long as you got rid of the pain that might be in you. So this is an important time to reflect what a relationship means to you, what yourself means to you before this start comes. What else is going on for yourselves? It's exciting, isn't it? Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is going on. So this is a lot like the Tower, isn't it? But it's beginning to push from the earth, the root of the matter, into the aspiring aspect. So this is about persevering when you've had to push through a lot of aspects in your life to reach the top of the ladder, so to speak, to claim your rewards, to claim who you are. Stand up. So claiming who you are is very important, and reaching for the stars in not only work aspects but relationships as well. So things can be difficult at times, and that's why you've had the Hangman here, to persevere, to know who you really are before you can really put the energy into the area that you need to do, which is a lot of self-love, to be fair. It is new love when you allow this to come in. And I think today there is an aspect of yourself delaying things and not the universe. So this is why, again, taking time out to realise what it is you genuinely want for yourself. But luck is on your side, Gemini, so that's always good to have. So that's not too bad, is it? When luck's on your side and you've got the new self-love coming in, then with this new start of a relationship, perhaps, if you want it. But I think for a lot of you, you're going to have to really assess if that's exactly what you want at this time. Well, lots of love to you all. Do check out the general reading if you want, and I do hope you very well. I'll see you next time. Do take care. Hi Librans, how are you doing? So we're going to do work, two cards in relationship and 2 cards in what else do we need to know. Always grateful that you're here. Do check out ascending moon signs. So what do Librans need to know today regarding work and Libra and work, Libra and work. And then we'll use a Moonology card in each section. So what does Libra need to know in relationship today? Libra and relationship. Two cards here. And what else do we need to know? Libra. Excellent. And 1 Moonology card for each section. Work and Libra. Work and Libra. Work and relationship. Libra, relationship. And the last card. What else do you need to know today? What else does Libra need to know? Right. Okay, so let's put the Moonology down and see about this. Princess of Wands. So today, Libra, you have the Princess of Wands. This is really about finding that inner power, that inner strength to formulate new ideas and new projects. Really going for it today regarding work. So putting energy in, and if you want to share the new idea to those around of you, that's also a good idea. Sharing of yourself, sharing and growing and developing. So the ideas that come surrounding work may be really useful in days to come and weeks. 9 of Wands. So this is a very practical day, isn't it? To put things in motion on a bigger scale. There is an aspect here of really reaching for promotion. That's really a good idea. Or new ways of operating and working is also good. There's also an aspect where if you really apply in one area of work in particular, then you'll be able to have the courage to go forth to, you know, make your life and career a lot better. Now, for some of you, you may be thinking of changing career, and that's a great possibility here with the Princess of Wands. So if you do want to climb out your box and really aspire to something more challenging, then this is a great element, an aspect to actually do so. So if you surrender to the divine in your work area, whatever work area that is, even if it's working at having a family, home. If you surrender to the divine, then this will allow you to become more of who you are within your work. There's a lot of energy here to explore. So if you're feeling energetic and powerful, then that's great, because surrendering to your higher self will allow you to climb even higher than ever before. And this is a start, and this is the courage to go further. In relationships, Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords with relationships is 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and where do I go kind of thing. So I think there's confidence here within yourself and within relationships, but it's kind of not completely balanced, is it? So there is an element of choice, how you're thinking, how you're processing the relationship and relationships in general. This can mean all relationships, not just a romantic relationship. What else? The Star. So with the Star, there is a lot of hope and faith that what you do want out of your relationships is going to happen. So this is why surrendering to the divine here is also applicable in relationships. You've obviously got a relationship with how you work, and that's your attitude to it and the processing. But here is the hope of what you can choose now out of a relationship. With the Moon, a new start is coming. So what you choose and what you hope and what you manifest is really important. It's an aspect here of nurturing as well. What you nurture and wish for is to trust your higher self, that your higher self has got your soul purpose involved. And when we choose 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and what else is out there, it's so important to know exactly where to go, what to choose. So being protective of who you are is good, but being exposed to the new challenges is also applicable. What else do we need to know? Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. When we wrap things in red, it gives an energy to it. A lot of people believe red is for money in Asia. But also red represents in the tarot feminine energy. So wrapping up a part of you and leaving out a male aspect is interesting. So maybe you're overprotected who you are on your feminine side and looking at more of a masculine side to go forward. So that's kind of interesting. Or it could just mean the present. Happy birthday! No, we're still in Cancer. Right, where are we? Princess of Swords. So what else do we need to know today? New thought patterns, a new way of thinking how to work, teamed up with a new thought process, is going to put into action you stepping outside the box. If you're going to use this aspect in relationships, then really deciding today what you do want is a very good challenge. So it is about newness, it is about new beginnings, but it's having that clarity. So what will the Moon help you in that? Conclusions are within reach. So if you've been choosing about all these aspects, about relationships or anything like that, then you are going to get clarity within your mindset. So that's quite good. So with this card in relationships, the relationship within yourself needs to have that belief, that hope, that desire. So when that is there, you fill yourself up with love and it will spill out on every single area. So having these new decisions and new clarity will just help that a little bit more. Do you agree? Okay, well thanks for watching. Do take care and check out the general reading if you like. Alright, see you next time. Lots of love to you all.